Hey everyone, how are you? I want to talk to you today about money in your contracting business. I see so many contractors struggling with the financial side of their business, and it's why most of them stay broke. They run into cash flow problems. They end up working super hard for very little. But here's the good news, all of these things are fixable when you're doing the right things. So I want to talk to you about that today. If you've kind of been following along with me on the highly profitable contractor, there are a lot of things that affect the money in your business. And the very first thing I want to tell you is you need to keep good financial records. You should be able to, at any time, any day, any minute, pull up reports to see exactly what is going on in your business from the financial side of things. A lot of contractors don't keep good records, they don't keep good books, and they're flying by the seat of their pants. And I can tell you, if you are doing this in your business, you are leaving your business to chance. And you're really gambling with the livelihood of your family, yourself, your business. And again, let's not forget the failure rate for contractors is 96% within a 10-year period, 75% within 3 years. So these are not good statistics. And the reason for this is because a lot of times contractors do not understand the financial side of their business. So I'm going to give you as much education as I can on a small little video like this, but there's one thing in particular I want to talk about today. I'm going to kind of hit on everything, but then I actually want to train you on break even in your business, because I think this is why contractors end up working so hard and they can't figure out why they can't get ahead. And so I'm going to show you break even. I'm going to break it down. So if you have a pen and paper, grab it. You're going to want to write some things down, and hopefully you'll have a much better idea of maybe what you have been doing wrong in your business from the financial side. So first of all, you have to have good financial records. QuickBooks for Contractors is a great program that I recommend to my clients. It will allow you to pull up any kind of reports. It allows you to manage your business very different from just a traditional business, because there are some different things that go on in your business, right? You have to fund upcoming jobs, and you have got to have cash reserve for that and all of those things. So QuickBooks can be very, very helpful. Also, I highly recommend that you have a bookkeeper, an accountant, or a CPA. And if you don't have one, you can't really do your business without. And listen, they'll be able to help you with tax breaks and things that you probably don't know about or not aware of. They can save you money. They're never an expense to your business. They are an investment into your business, because most of the time they'll save you more money than you'll ever pay them. So I highly recommend that you hire a professional. I am not a CPA. I'm not an accountant. I do understand financials as a business consultant. And so this, don't ask me about taxes, because I can't help you there, but I can help you with the money in your business. So let's talk about it. So let's just assume that you've got good financial records. You can pull up a P&L whenever you want. You can see what's going on in your business anytime. I want you to realize that just because you have money in the bank today does not mean your business is healthy. Okay, there are a lot of factors with money that go on in a business. So, one of the myths of contractors is, oh, I've got all this money coming in. I've got all this money coming in. And then they're like, where is my money? Why don't I have money to fund these jobs? And you know what? I've been in that situation when I was building businesses and I didn't understand all the things that I teach people today. I was very much the same way. I'd see all the revenue coming in, and then I would wonder at the end of the month, like, where's my money? And why do I have more month than money, right? So you have to do some things to really manage the money in your business. And when you learn to do this, you won't get yourself into problems, okay? Hopefully you will not get yourself into problems. So the very first thing is you have to be able to manage the money. And you can't do that if you don't have financials and you're guessing and you're flying by the seat of your pants, Okay. So once you have good financials in place, you have got to be able to track and see everything that's happening, because this is where you can make shifts in your business. The numbers do not lie. I'm just going to tell you, they are such a window into what is going on in your business. I can look at financials in a business, and probably in 10 or 15 minutes, I can tell them where they could implement new strategies to grow their business without really any additional cost. I can tell them where they can make some shifts to get bigger profit margins. I can tell them the gaps in their business. I can tell the inefficiencies in their business. And it isn't hard when you learn how to read financials. And so this is how a lot of times I can go into a contractor's business and I can turn around their financials very, very quickly. I can turn around cash flow problems, profitability problems. They can start making higher income. They can start filling up their bank account. And so if they have the financials for me to look at, I can instantly know if I'm able to help them. So what gets tracked gets measured, right? And what gets measured gets managed. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. What gets tracked can be measured, and what you can measure, you can manage. Okay, this is where you can make shifts in your business. So have good financials. Run your business by the numbers. The numbers tell the story. Okay, you can't run your business with your heart. You have to run your business with your head, and you have to be looking at financials, and you have to have data to look at to be able to make great decisions in your business. So what are all the things that affect the money in your business? Well, there's inefficiencies, right? So if you're inefficient in your business, if there are inefficiencies in different places, your profit margins are going to be lower than they should be. Gross profits are an area of your business that you want to pay close attention to. See, a lot of times contractors think revenue, everything's all about the revenue, and they don't really think about the gross profits, the net profits, the expenses, all the inefficiencies, all the things that go on in their business. So 3 numbers that you want to be the very highest that they can be in your business. Your revenue, obviously you want as many sales and as much revenue as you can get, but this is not just the only number you focus on, okay? The second thing you want to be as high as you can get it is your gross profit margins. This is the percentage between your revenue and your cost of goods. So let's say you sell a job, and then you have workers, you have labor, that's going to come off of the revenue, right? And then you've got materials, that's going to come off the revenue, that's your cost of goods. That could also be subcontractors. It would also be salesperson's commission. So those are the basic things that are going to be in cost of goods, okay? So whatever is left is your gross margins. And then you want to figure out what your gross margin percentage is. Now, I can't go into all these numbers today, but I have a program that can help you learn all of this and do all of this and get my help in your business. If you're interested in that, you can reach out to me. I'll talk about that probably at the end here. Okay, so you've got your gross margin percent, and then you've got all of your expenses, right? This is everything it takes to run your business. So this would be your insurance, your vehicles, your office staff, your phones, your computers, everything that it basically takes outside of your cost of goods to run your business on. That's your expenses. You want that number to be as low as possible. Okay. And then the bottom line, the most important number in your business is the net profit. And this is the bottom of the P&L, the bottom of the profit loss statement in the bottom right-hand corner on the last page. And it is the most important number in your business. So the 3 numbers that you want to be the very highest they can be are your revenue, your gross profits, and your net profits. Those are the 3 numbers that should be as high as you can get them. A lot of times when I work with contractors, they're only getting maybe a 20% gross profit or a 25, maybe a 28. This is not high enough. You will never survive in your business. You'll never get ahead with those kinds of profit margins. I help my contractors get anywhere from 40, 45, even up to 60%, sometimes more. I always try to shoot for, if we can swing at about a 50% profit margin minimum. minimum, okay? Because this is going to give you money to build your business, to grow your business, to run your business, to put away some money for cash reserve and, to have cash flow, all of those things. So if you are struggling with your profitability, then we should probably talk, because there are lots of ways you can increase your profits, okay? So 3 highest numbers: revenue, gross profit, net profit. Then the 2 numbers that you want to be the lowest are your expenses and your cost of goods. Okay, you want to keep your cost of goods, your material costs, you want to keep all of that as low as you can get it, and you want to keep your expenses as low as you can get them, and this will help also increase your profit margins. All right, so that being said, I am going to pull up for you. I want to talk about break even, because break even is a number that you need to know so that you really know what you're trying to accomplish in your business. Again, I think contractors, so many of them get into business and they're just trying to grow revenue, and they're trying to just keep their head above water, and they're trying to just make some sort of an income, and this isn't the way to manage your business, okay? Break even is the number that you have to do if you're going to make a certain income and if your business is going to stay afloat. Now, obviously you want to do better than break even, but you've got to know the break even number. If you don't know the break even number, you're on your way out of business. So this is why I want to just go into this one thing, because if you walk away with nothing else from this video, then I hope you will walk away understanding break even, because it can change the game in your business. All right, so give me a minute here. I am just going to pull up. I did a quick little slide for you, a little PowerPoint slide to kind of break this down and show it to you. So just give me a minute. Here we go. Okay, so how to figure break even. I hope you have a pen and paper and you can write some things down. Let's say you have a 40% gross profit margin, okay? And let's say you want to make $100,000 a year income. Now, you could change this if you want to, but I'm just going to use $100,000 in income for you for the sake of this exercise, okay? Let's say your monthly expenses are $20,000. You're going to take that times 12 months, and that means your expenses are going to run you $240,000 for the year. Now, this is before your income, okay? Because your income as an owner can fluctuate. Now, I don't recommend that. I think you should set yourself up on a paycheck and get paid just like an employee for your company. This is what I recommend. But again, you have to know exactly what your expenses are and what kind of income you want to make. All right, so let's say your monthly expenses are $20,000 times 12. That means you have to do $240,000 just to make the expenses, okay, just to break even and pay your bills. But you remember, you want to make $100,000, so let's add that in. So that means you're going to have $340,000 in expenses. Now, not to confuse things, I want you to make sure that you understand this is not including cost of goods. This doesn't include your labor to get jobs done. It doesn't include your materials. It doesn't include the things that it takes to get the job done. Okay, this is just the other expenses to run your company on, and your income should be in the other expenses. Okay, next we are going to take that $340,000 in expenses and we're going to divide it by the gross profit margin, 40%. It means you need to do $850,000 in revenue to break even. Okay, super important you understand this. So if you break that down by the month, I didn't do that math and I didn't put it on here, but let's just do it real quick. You need to be doing $70,833 a month in revenue. Okay? Assuming your gross profits are 40%. Now, if your gross profits drop below this, you are going to have to do more revenue, which means you're going to be working harder for the same amount. Okay? That's why it's so important that your gross profit margins are as high as you can get them, because the higher they are, the less revenue you have to do. I hope this makes sense to you. Okay, let me go back out of this. Hope this was helpful. All right, very good. So I hope that really showed you how to figure your break even. Now, again, you're going to have know your gross profits. So, what are all the things that affect your gross profits? Well, being efficient in your company, making sure that you're managing the jobs well so that you can improve your gross profits, getting the best pricing that you can get on supplies and things like that can improve your gross profits. There are multiple ways to improve your gross profits. Getting higher prices can improve your gross profits. And then obviously, if we talk about keeping your expenses as low as they can, that's going to ultimately improve the bottom line as well. You also want to make sure you're not taking too much money out of your business. This is another common mistake contractors make. They're just taking money because they see all the revenue coming in and they're taking all this money from the business and they don't even realize they're running their business broke. Okay. And this is why it's super important to understand the numbers and plan and budget and set yourself up as an employee and know the numbers that you have to meet each month and or for a year. And this is how you have to run your business. When you do this, you are going to be a much more sustainable business. Now, keep in mind that break even number that I showed you, that's only break even. That doesn't give you any money to grow on. It's not going to give you any money to put away for a cash reserve account. It's not going to give you any savings. So it's just the bare minimum if you want to make $100,000 a year at a 40% profit with the $20,000 a month. Now, of course, your numbers are going to be different, right? It's, these are just numbers I just pulled out of thin air to demonstrate for you what it looks like. But you have got to figure these numbers out in your business so that you can start setting your business up for success. So I hope this was helpful for you. Listen, cash flow, profitability, all of those things are fixable. So if you're struggling in this area, we should talk because there are a lot of things that go into the money in your business. But the bottom line is you can't afford to not manage the money. You've got to get better at the financial side of things if you're going to have a sustainable and successful contracting business and get yourself out of the stress and the chaos of trying to figure out how you're going to pay the bills. Listen, I've been there. I've done it. It is no fun. It's no way to build a business. And at the end of the day, you don't make any money doing this, okay? You could probably make more money working for someone else if you can't get yourself out of this situation. The whole idea of being in business for yourself should be to build your wealth, to build your dream, right? To build something into an asset that you can sell someday, that somebody would want to buy. I've sold 5 businesses. I've built 6, I've sold 5, and I can tell you every time it loaded my bank account, we were able to invest, we live debt free. I mean, it is a beautiful thing when you can be in this situation. And I'm not saying this to brag, I'm saying this to educate you. You should want to build your business with an exit strategy in mind that maybe someday you can sell it. When you do this, you're really building something, okay? Don't just build a job for yourself or you're just making a check, because what happens if something happens to you? It's not sustainable. It's not security. And a lot of times people can work for other people for a lot less stress and make more money if this is the only way they're building their business. So just a few things to think about. I have a program that can help you turn your money around. If you're interested in this, we can talk. And here's the cool thing. A lot of times I can help a contractor turn around their cash flow or turn around their profitability in a very short amount of time. I've done it in as little as a week. In fact, I can look at financials and in about 15 minutes, I can tell you where the problems are, the issues are. But I've helped contractors turn their business around in a week. I've helped them in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It can almost always be done in 90 days, unless your business is so far gone that it can't come back. If that's the case, I'll know that too. But if I can help you, make sure you reach out to me. Let's talk. It's not going to cost you anything to talk to me and see if I can help you be more profitable, be more successful in your contracting business. So hope this was helpful. You guys have an amazing day. Bye-bye.